Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome back to Buffalo Fireside Chats. I hope you guys are having a great day. So, September has come and gone. Let's take a look at what they told us in early September, September 6th to be exact, of the milestones that they were going to complete in September. So, Serbia, firstly, occupation and deal announcement. Form 10, ticker and name change submission. Investment bank announced. QIND, Quality International, the $100 million revenue acquisition. Further acquisition announcements. And the share lockup and share buyback announcement. Now, we had a gentleman in the Discord, Fred Z, who actually took the time to put together a grade for each of these ILUS September milestones. So shout out to you, Fred Z. I love this. Professor Fred's grades. And as you can see on the right, he gave him an overall grade of B+. And I didn't know this existed, but hey, he gave them an OTC curve. Oh, thank you. So it's an A+. I do love the humor there, and I like the... that was clever. Very clever. So let's go through each of these things. And I wanted to use this because I think that is pretty accurate. And I think from an investor standpoint, this is pretty fair. So we're going to talk a little bit about timelines. I know people are probably already cringing because I said timelines, but let's go through each of these grades. I think this is pretty accurate. So let's talk number one, Serbia, firstly, occupation and deal announcement. All right. And they did PR about this on September 26th. They are going to get $8 million in government subsidies. And this is only the first of 6 investment projects in phase 1. And phase 2 is going to be even larger. And they're negotiating for 300 firefighting vehicles for a contract for that. So, I mean, think about this. $8 million is more than what most OTCs do in their lifetime. And so the fact that they're acquiring these contracts and getting these subsidies is huge. So he gave them an A+. I completely agree here. It's a huge opportunity with subsidies and potential business. So let's go on to Form 2, Form 10 ticker and name change submission. All right, they tweeted about this September 30th. The Form 10 is complete, but it wasn't filed due to a new acquisition. All right, he gave him a B because it addressed the item, but it wasn't completed. But for good reason, there's a new acquisition. But you tell that to somebody who's like, hey, they got to stop with these timelines because now they didn't meet that timeline. Now we're waiting. I wish you wouldn't have even just tweeted about it that way. You know, but for me personally, I like the updates. Now I know that there's a new acquisition in the works. So is this a good thing? Yes. Did they complete it? No. So he gave him a B. That's fair. All right. Number 3, the investment bank announced. Now, they tweeted about this on the 29th. And listen, he gave him a C+ here, and I get it because it addressed the item again. But we didn't get the name of the actual bank, all right? Though it would appear, as he says, that it would be E.F. Hutton, but we can't say that it is. It's not official, and that would just be speculative. So, C+ there. 4, QIND, Quality International, the $100 million revenue acquisition. They tweeted about this on September 30th, meeting that September deadline. But, you know, they talk about the revenues for quarter 2 and quarter 3 included in quarter 3. In the quarter 3 10Q, and therefore ILUS. So remember, everything gets reported to ILUS. This is great. So the revenue and total assets are higher than previously reported. The 2022 total assets are $450 to $500 million, $500 million. So when they say we're going to be a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, and these guys have only been at it for almost 2 years now, and they're already achieving that, that's remarkable. And this is just one leg of the spider. All right. But the 8K was not filed yet due to navigating existing project bids. He gave him a B+. The acquisition wasn't completed, but major bonus points for getting revenues included in quarter 3 10Q. So for both quarter 3s and quarter 2, and the evaluation of the deal is bigger than previously reported. That is huge. All right. Number 5, milestone 5, further acquisition announcements. There was a September 15th tweet and PR about 2 signed LOIs for wildfire acquisitions, and he gave him a B because there's not many details known, and I get it, and people are just like, well, why would you even say that there's an LOI signed? We'll just do it when it's done. Well, I think that they want to give you insight as to where they're at, and so there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I think they're going to do what's right for the good of the company, and I think the share price is going to follow, especially in a bull market. Are we in a bull market? No, we have inflation, we have a poor economic sentiment right now. We're not in the strongest of economic times, not even close. It's bad. It's not good. And if you don't believe that, look at your 401ks. You know, that's just a fact. All right, number 6, share lockup and share buyback announcements. They tweeted about this on September 30th as well. And they detailed the share lockup, and they did tweet on the share cancellation, but nothing on the share buyback yet. He gave him a B-. The share lockup plan looks good. It does. It's a 24-month plan, 2 years, and then after that 2 years is up, there will be 1 year of leak out. So basically, people won't be able to like sell off their shares. Now, that's good because they want to keep the share price stable, all right, especially for newer investors that come along. So We need more details on that, and that's going to sway people to either lock up more or lock up less. So, and you know, he took off points for no share buyback announcement. So I think that these guys are trying so hard to lower that outstanding share count. I think there's so much in the pipeline, though. They are on major overload, and we only see a fraction of what's going on. So listen, I wanted to do this quick video just to get it out. Thanks again to Fred Z for letting me use this graphic. Well done. And I'm going to close with Nick Link's quote here. You know, the world is expecting great things. We won't disappoint. And as a shareholder, I'm holding you to it, buddy. All right, listen, you guys have a great day. Remember, there's more that binds us than breaks us. Have a great day. Peace.